What's up, fam? Welcome to Remix at 6-ish. Again today. Another excuse, right? I had to return my cell phone. You know how they get. They'll charge you like $500 if you don't send it back. And just as I was about to go live, Jem reminded me we didn't take the cell phones back yet. We were supposed to do that tonight at 6 because UPS closes at 7. So either way, I will not be being charged hundreds of dollars for not returning my trade-ins. So sorry I'm late. But I'm here. Let's hang out for a few. So what is this new show, Who's Interviewing Who? Lonzo Ball was on there. I was like, wow, okay. Lonzo's doing it. It looked like Lonzo was doing an interview. But then, because he was on there with Robert Horry and Jaxon Hayes. So I'm like, he started out asking Jaxon Hayes or Robert Horry a question, and I'm like, wait a minute, Lonzo's doing podcasts now, or he's doing shows? I'm like, Lord, he's already looking at Plan B. But as it turns out, the name of it, because then Jaxon Hayes started asking Robert Horry a question after answering Lonzo's, and then it was just going around the round table, and I'm like, oh, okay. I went back to the beginning and saw that the title of the show was Who's Interviewing Who. So I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. It was like the three of them, and they were just kind of asking each other questions, you know? So, of course, I had to steal a few pieces of the Lonzo clip because this is a Ball channel. Shout out to the Ball family. You know how we do. Shout out to New Media. Hashtag New Media, Nation United. Shout out to President of New Media, DJ. Shout out to the Ball family. Shout out to my baby Vegan Knowledge. We had a fun show yesterday. Shout out to L Fuser, King Fuse lit baby. He's back! We missed you, Rev. Shout out to Coach Joe. Shout out to Queen Royalty. Shout out to Rap God Reloaded. Shout out to King C. Shout out to Uncle Vern. Shout out to Marquina Daniels, Anthony King, Jay Strokes. I'm going off the top of my head. Taufik. Going off the dome. Did I say Anthony King? Jason Zimmerman, all you guys. Drum Keys, I saw him in El Fuser's. I'm like, Drum Keys, wow, that's right. 9 Days to Victory Lane. All the New Media family out there. You guys are absolutely amazing. Shout out to Hoop Jargon. Shout out to LeVar Ball.
Don James, what's going going down. It's the Big Baller, baby. Yeah, I got to give you a huge shout out, man, to J&J Video, especially for getting down with the episode of WBALL. Anything that starts with ball or ends with ball is ballerific. You know how we gets down with the get down, but I got to give you that huge shout out because I know you keeps it going with the Big Baller brand and Triple B's. And what I say about Triple B's, family is everything. Y'all keep doing your thing. And like I said, Big Baller loves you. Triple B's Big Baller brand is in the building, baby. Do your thing. Triple B's, and I'm down.
Shout out to Big Baller! Shall we say it again? Hashtag new media. New media up in the house. Shout out to Anthony King. Welcome aboard, my brother. How are you this evening? Good to see your name. No, thank you for the love, sweetie. I appreciate you being here. You guys are awesome. You know, I would be so cool.
Why didn't you pay for this beat, though?
Because you didn't charge for it. I would be so cool if it was just you 10 that showed up. I mean, really. I'm not trying to put it out in the universe. Yeah, I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers and get monetized, but I'm a creature of habit. I like comfortability, and I do like to go outside of my comfort zone, but I'm so used to you guys being on here, and I love talking to you guys at night, you know? And you should see me. When I can't get on at 6, I'm pulling my hair out. When something always seems to happen, but I will get there. I used to run a fucking company, and I was a supervisor in corporate America, so promptness was a thing that I had. But since I've kind of been free with the eye thing, and you know, the government's basically paying me to stay home because I can't see shit, you know, it's like I'm not on a clock, and that's a blessing and a curse, you know. But I will get on a clock because I want to be, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to get on here every night. If it's fucking 8 o'clock at night, excuse my French, I'm getting on here. Make no mistake, that will happen. It just may not be at 6. I may have to change the name of the show. But I like remix at 6. It rhymes. And one day we will actually get on there at 6. You know what I did today, Anthony King? AK-47, aka AK-47. I actually went and Wikipedia'd. I went and Wikipedia'd Kevin Bacon. And no wonder. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the 6 degrees. Probably because I keep being successful at it. Excuse me. Undefeated, never lost. Yeah, man, I'm like, no wonder he's linked to everybody. Do you know he was in a movie with Elizabeth McGovern called She's Having a Baby, which I saw. I'm like, I've seen so many Kevin Bacon movies that I forgot that they existed. He has been in a movie directly with Oprah Winfrey, directly with Whoopi Goldberg, directly with Robert De Niro, directly with Kevin Costner. I didn't have to go around Robin Hood's barn yesterday when I did the Untouchable things. He's actually been in a movie with Kevin. I mean, Elizabeth McGovern was in a movie with James Cagney. So think about who that links him to. Everybody with James Cagney. No wonder I was able to find somebody in the 40s. So, and what does that say about Elizabeth McGovern? Because she's linked to Kevin Bacon, so. But yeah, I just have so much fun doing that. It gets the brain working. You know, I love brain teasers, and that is a true brain teaser. Shout out to Kevin Bacon. So anywho, Lonzo was on Who's Interviewing Who, and Robert Horry asked him who one of his biggest influences was, or who did he get his advice from? You know, who does he, you know, whose advice does he remember the most growing up? Or not necessarily growing up, but who, actually what it was Robert Horry said that he got some really good advice from, start to say Bill Withers. God, what the hell? You know who I mean. Oh my God, who was the guy, the tall, really tall. Oh my God, and I know this player. He's an older player. Bill, and it began with a W, right? Anywho, he remembers getting really good advice from him. And so he asked Lonzo and Jaxon Hayes, has anybody done that for you guys? You know? And here's what Lonzo had to say about that.
Guys from Bron so far. He sat me down one time in the locker room and just, he's, you know, obviously he's been through everything. He kind of knew all the crazy stuff that I was going through when I first got to the league, and he told me just to keep the main thing, and that's probably stuck with me the most out of anything anybody's ever told me, just because, you know, he's right. You know, once you take care of what you got to take care of on the court, and everything else falls in place. And especially in today's world, I think, you know, all the kids coming in and stuff, like with all the social media and everybody saying this and that and everything that's going on, sometimes it gets away from basketball. And as long as if you keep hoop first, you know, keep your family first and go from there, that's really all that matters. So I think that's the most important thing that I would like to pass down to younger kids coming up, you know, because it's only going to get crazier.
Shout out to Lonzo Ball. True that. It's only going to get crazier with social media is where he finished that. And it's, you know, social media is huge. It's everything. Remember MySpace? It all kind of started with like MySpace and YouTube back in the day. YouTube's been around now for what, about a good 10 years. Longer than that. Wait a minute. I first remember somebody telling me about YouTube back in 2007. So you look now, we're in what, 2021. That's 14 years. You know, already YouTube's been in 14 years, you know? So it doesn't take long. And MySpace, I remember MySpace being huge back in 2005, 2006. You know, 2007, Facebook started kind of creeping in and kind of stealing the thunder a little bit. And, you know, it's just crazy how fast technology has gone. What you can do with your phones now. I mean, they were phones, you know. Best case scenario, they could take a nice picture. But they're basically mini PCs in your hand at this point. I hardly ever am on my computer. Like right now I'm on my laptop, but I do all my editing and everything from my phone. Because I can hold it up to my face better and I can enlarge the screen. And of course, I had to go for the 12 Pro Max because it's got the bigger screen. Bigger the better for me, baby. And it's huge what you can do with phones nowadays. Speaking of which, have you seen that commercial, Anthony King, with LaMelo and Lonzo? Speaking of Lonzo.
So, should we have worn our jerseys? We're guests at a family dinner. Why would we wear our jerseys?
It still fits.
Oh my God.
They did. Sort of.
Family back together again.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
Yeah, when I slouch, it affects my jump shot.
All right, enough.
A toast to families. May they always be a pain in the... Hey!
It gets me every time. I love it. Pain in the A. I love that commercial. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting show. I was like, wow, it's a really cool show, you know. And then Robert Horry went on to ask Jaxon Hayes, did he have a plan B? You know, he asked Lonzo and Jaxon, what will you guys do if you weren't in the NBA, or if things fall through and you have to go to a plan B? You know? And this is what they had to say.
The main thing for my parents with the support part was, what's your plan B if this goes south? And like Robert kind of said, he had the plan A, which was being a teacher. Plan B was being in the NBA. My plan B was being a real estate agent, and plan A was the NBA for me. So like, I feel like it's just important to have that backup plan. And I feel like my family's the one that made that clear to me, just in case if God forbid anything bad ever happens, you always just got that backup.
You know, you talk about your plan B is to be a real estate agent. I hope you still have that plan B on the horizon, because, you know, in your NBA, you kind of get moved around a lot. I bought maybe like 6 or 7 houses. If I was a real estate agent, I could have got that 3%, man. So I'm telling you better get that license, so when it happens, you know, you can.
I
manage
already
yourself.
got it my freshman year. I got my real estate license my freshman year of college.
Yeah, for me, it's a little different. I mean, I knew I was going to only do 1 year right when they put the rule in. I didn't want to go to college, to be honest with you. My coach for UCLA came to my crib, and my dad told him straight to his face, like, yo, you got my boy for 9 months. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, before the season even started, like, we out of there after that. So, I mean, I had a great time at UCLA, but it was always just part of my plan just to do 1 year, and I was going to be up, you know, regardless.
LeVar wasn't having it. Get up out of there, boy. Shout out to Jaxon Hayes. Give it up for him getting his real estate license in his freshman year of college. And that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, getting your real estate license takes a lot of time and effort, and it's not an easy test from what I'm understanding. I remember getting my insurance license back in the day, you know. I was selling life insurance to like government employees, you know. I pretty much sold everything there is, except for vacuum cleaners and encyclopedias. Sold cars, you know. I sold security systems. I know who jargon is in sales. Dude, you name it, I've sold it, you know, whether it was on the phone or in person. And I remember making this older lady who lived by herself feel so much safer. I don't know if you guys noticed, but back in the day, AT&T, the phone company, made security systems. Now, they were $5,000, and of course we had some people with payment plans who couldn't just pay that kind of money, but they were worth it. I mean, they had the panic button. They actually had a button where you could hit a button and actually talk to the monitoring center, you know, or they had a mode where you could hit a button and let them listen in. Like if you were being held up hostage in your home, if you could get to a panic button, there was a secret button that you could hit where it would allow them to listen into your home, and then they could go ahead and call the cops. It's pretty amazing, you know. That's some pretty good money. I made good money early in life. I got in sales real early. I worked at like a convenience store and so yeah, just go in sales, and I tried it. And my first sales job was Circuit City. I sold stereo equipment. Me being a musician, that fell right in my wheelhouse, baby. I remember selling a 15-inch pair of Sherwin Vegas to this kid. I was blasting Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Blasted it. I kept blowing the roof off of their sound room. But it was fun, you know. But it got me used to making large amounts of money early, which was, you know, cool. But did I manage it well was the thing. And no, I didn't. I didn't learn that until later. You know what I mean? You got to buy assets, baby. You got to buy assets. Got to save money. You can't spend it as soon as you get as much as you may want to. And bills call right. But you have got to pay yourself first. You know? The richest man in Babylon. Right? Gotta pay yourself first. Even if it ain't nothing but $10 you put aside and don't touch it. It will add up. I see you. I see you, KC in the Sunshine Band. Shout out to King C. Welcome aboard. Okay, so when I dipped out yesterday, I looked back and I saw that question that you asked. And I'm going to look into that. Okay, you asked, who does everybody think is the best in the WNBA? Whether it be Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, okay, Sue Bird, or Maya Moore. Is it Moore? I don't know, but you know I mentioned a while back that I wanted to kind of do some WNBA content. So that is a very good place to start. So I think I'm going to try to come up with a video for that and drop that. Even if I don't drop it on the live, I'll put it on my YouTube channel. Just put it on the channel, you know. Because that's a good question. I only know of Sue Bird and Candace Parker because I haven't really watch the WNBA. I'm guilty of it just like everybody else. But I know those names, so I know they got to have game because they stand out. I don't even watch NBA and I know those names. So, you know, I have seen some footage because I think I put Sue Bird in a video once doing a full court pass. She did one of LaMelo's joints to a sister that a lob from like half court, damn near. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. You go, Sue Bird. Shout out to Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi, if that's how you pronounce it, and Maya. Shout out to the WNBA. We'll return. We'll come back. Just a word from our sponsor. This for you, King C.
So, should we have worn our jerseys? Or guests at a family dinner? Why do we wear our jerseys?
It still fits.
Oh my God.
They did. Sort of.
Family back together again.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
Yeah, when I slouch, it affects my jump shot.
All right, enough.
A toast to families. May they always be a pain in the... Hey!
I love it. So I don't know if you had heard, I was watching earlier, Lonzo Ball came up on a show called Who's Interviewing Who? And it was him, Robert Horry, and Jaxon Hayes, and they were all interviewing each other. And I'll go ahead and do a quick little replay of that, just in case you hadn't heard that or saw that. But I think it's pretty good to play that because, you know, you don't hear Lonzo doing a whole lot of interviews and things like that. So when you get some insights on his view on how he was raised and what his thoughts are on things, especially with the way people are saying Lonzo's a bust or was a bust and now he's back in gear and all of this kind of stuff, it kind of helps to get his point of view. You know what I mean? So he was asked who one of his, you know, who has anyone ever pulled him up and given him advice, and he mentioned Bron.
I think the best advice I got is from Bron so far. He sat me down one time in the locker room and just, he's, you know, obviously he's been through everything. He kind of knew all the crazy stuff that I was going through when I first got to the league, and he told me just to keep the main thing. And that's probably stuck with me the most out of anything anybody's ever told me, just because, you know, he's right. You know, once you take care of what you got to take care of on the court, and everything else falls in place. And especially in today's world, I think, you know, all the kids coming in and stuff, like with all the social media and everybody saying this, and that, and everything that's going on, sometimes it gets away from basketball. And as long as I think if you keep hoop first, you know, keep your family first and go from there, that's really all that matters. So I think that's the most important thing that I would like to pass down to younger kids coming up, you know, because it's only going to get crazier.
True. And yes, I saw your comment, King. Yeah, I completely agree. It's self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? And you really have to fight with your own mind, because your own mind will sabotage you. You know? Your own mind. A lot of people, it's like you don't need enemies outside of your mind, because your mind sometimes can be your worst enemy unless you learn to use it for yourself. But yeah, the mind loves digging its fingers into problems. So if there are no problems, it will literally create problems to solve. It'll view something as a problem so that you can solve it. Saving money is as simple as just making up your mind to go put $10 away or $5 away or $2 or a fucking penny and just let it build up and just don't touch it. You gotta forget about it. You just gotta sit it off to the side and walk away from it and forget it's there. That's what worked for me, because I had a hard time doing it too. I'm not gonna even cap. But I learned that I had to do that because you never know what's going to happen. You need to be able to put your hands on $500 emergency money. That's something that you got to be able to do. You never know what's going to happen. And if you don't learn how to hold on to money, you'll never allow money to grow. You know? Years of books talking here, you know, and being in business for myself, you know? If Jen and I didn't learn how to manage money, we would have went out of business the first year we were in business, but we managed to stay in business 10 years, even though it was paycheck to paycheck, basically. We kept it going, you know, because of money management, you know, and people skills, but because of money management, you have to. We were the type of delivery service that paid for food up front. We didn't do it how DoorDash does it, where they pay you a month from now, you know, which quite honestly helped them. They built relationships to where they could just take food out of a restaurant. Now, after being in 10 years, Jen and I had that ability as well. And we probably could have stayed in business. But some things happened financially that didn't allow us to do that. A couple of loan sharks and things like that. And we were, still new to business. So even 10 years in, we didn't know the things around loans and things like that. You want to give me 30 grand? Okay, yeah. But with us paying for food up front and then paying the drivers that helped us out, that money, we flew through that money. And we were making the payments, but they were breaking us. So not to get all into that, but money is a very, very intricate game. But it's only as intricate as you make it. It can be very simple too. But the one thing I did learn that made the most sense out of everything was no matter what, put away something. So yeah, it's hard, It's hard. It is like being on a diet. I've been trying forever. Now, see, the lifestyle I'm trying to live is not one for punks, okay, with this diet thing. I don't call it a diet. I call it a lifestyle. I fast for 23 hours every day. I only eat once, and when I do, I eat a huge-ass salad. Only raw vegetables. That's it. And I drink a gallon of water throughout the day. And I work out Monday through Friday in a fasted state. You would think there would be no energy there, but there's tons of energy there because the body doesn't need a bunch of food weighing it down. The less you eat, the more energy you have. And people don't realize that. I have my wife, Jen, Vegan Knowledge, to thank for keeping me on the straight and narrow with that because, I would be veering off. She did it successfully a couple years ago. When we got married, she was a little on the heavier side than she would have liked to have been. I never thought she was fat, but, she thought she was heavy. And so she decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And I looked into being a vegetarian because I had been doing a bunch of fasting. And she said, yeah, that's a good idea. But then she took it one step further and went vegan with it. She went vegan with it, baby. And has been for the past few years. Now, I went vegan with her and fell back off, came back on. And I've gone now from vegetarian because I was eating pizza, but I've disciplined myself not to order pizza. Haven't had pizza in a couple weeks, and I'm going to keep that going. And I'm a raw vegan, so gotta own it, right? Casey saying some people, yep. Love the commercial. What do you know about Casey and Casey and the Sunshine Band? Oh, you would be surprised, man. You would be surprised. Jen always tells me that I look 18, and I've been carded within the past couple of years. But if I told you how old I was, which I'm not going to, you would freak the fuck out, dude. Most people do. It's like, what? No! But, yeah, man. So, yeah, I know about... That's the way, I like it, Sometimes when I jam out on the drums, man, I will just throw on KC and the Sunshine Band. I'll put on a lot of 70s shit because, oh, well, yeah, well, hey, it is what it is. Look, let's put it this way. I had a Bionic Woman action figure, okay? Totally, I think she was my first crush. My first celebrity crush was Lindsay Wagner, I admit it. I remember when Saturday Night Fever was the new movie out. Let's put it that way. If that don't tell you how old a sister is, I don't know what will. I was very young. I wasn't 10 years old yet, but I remember it. I remember conning my dad into taking me to see it. He kept telling his girlfriend, I don't think we should have brought the kids to see this. Every 10 minutes, I don't think we should have brought the kids to see this. But everybody in my class had seen it. I wanted to see it. I own that movie right now. That brings back so many childhood memories. Man, John Travolta was the shit back in the day. And he still is. So guess what? I looked up some more Kevin Bacon movies because I'm tired of just dealing with A Few Good Men. I'm like, there's so many actors that he has acted direct. No wonder, man. I said this earlier to Anthony King that no wonder he's got such a wide portfolio. I mean, he has acted with Robert De Niro, Oprah Winfrey, Whoopi Goldberg, okay, Kevin Costner. You know, you said Sean Connery yesterday. Shit, I could have just said, yeah, he was with Kevin Costner in The Untouchables. So that links him to Sean Connery and been done with it. Same thing with the Samuel L. Jackson thing. I'm like, come on, man. Really? I was saying earlier he was with Elizabeth McGovern and She's Having a Baby. I remember that movie. Maxwell, man. I remember the movie trailer to that. They had the Maxwell going. A Woman's World. Wow, you know what? Thank you for starting it off. You would. You know I'm addicted, man. Why did you do that? I was trying not to say nothing. Lindsay Wagner. Okay, I'm thinking that Okay. So since I went on Wikipedia and looked up some stuff, I should be able to knock this one out a lot quicker. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. She was with Denzel Washington in Ricochet. Remember Ricochet? So, with that being said, Denzel Washington links to George Segal, who links to Barbara Streisand, who links to... This is sickening. Links to Jack Nicholson, leading us back to Kevin Bacon and A Few Good Men. That's nuts! Let's do that again. Denzel. Yeah, that's right. And then, not only that, but he was in Apollo 13. And so was John Lithgow. And John Lithgow played the psycho killer in Ricochet. So there you go. He's linked through John Lithgow to Lindsay Wagner as well. Stop me! Come on, Casey! Bring it on, baby. I did that without Wikipedia. Well, I did look at some of his stuff earlier because I'm like, I've got to find other avenues other than A Few Good Men, because he's obviously got this huge body of work. I mean, this boy has been in everything. He's been in so many movies. He was in JFK with Kevin Costner. I'm like, damn. He was in Sleepers with Robert De Niro, and he's been in movies that have had all-star cast. Meryl Streep he's acted with. So I'm like, no wonder. Burt Reynolds, he's been in a movie with Burt freaking Reynolds. You know, he was in Animal House back in the day with John Candy. He was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He's been in shit that I didn't even know he was in. So yeah, no wonder he's linked to everybody. Shout out to RGR. Rap Guy Reloaded up in the house. I saw you in El Fuse's chat yesterday. Trader, psych, I'm kidding. I was there too, obviously. Well, I saw it after the fact. I caught it this morning. I was pissed too because I'm like, I didn't even know he went live because I miss Rev, you know? King Fuse Lit, shout out to Lit House. Yeah, that was an awesome show. That brother stays busy. I will give him that. Shout out to all the new media fam.
Fade.
I am a movie nerd. I really am. I admit it. And what's worse is I can quote the shit half the time. Everybody's lines. RGR. Right now, wow, the sky looks really cool. It looks like purple. Nobody is really standing out to me. I still like Whoopi. I think Whoopi's awesome. Queen Latifah's pretty damn good. Versatile too. And she can sing. Man, that was crazy. I remember being really into Public Enemy back in the day. And being in Baltimore and going to a show where it was Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, and it was Public Enemy's show. They were the main attraction. But yeah, Shabba Ranks was there. Remember him? And I remember when Queen Latifah was just rapping her ass off. Those crown hats she used to wear. I used to wear one of them. But yeah. The Apocalypse 91 tour. Flavor Flav, yeah, boy. You know what tripped me out? Remember when DJ announced that Shock G had died? I didn't know that was Humpty Hump, man. A lot of people didn't know that Shock G was actually Humpty Hump. And when I looked that up and saw that, I was really devastated. I'm like, no fucking way, Humpty Hump died? But if you look at the footage of he made a video right before he died. Because his dad, that's creepy, his dad found him in the hotel room that he made the video from. Apparently he died in that hotel room because he made some video and he looked just like Don King. I shit you not. I don't know if you saw that video, but did a brother not look like Don King or what? And seeing him, how he looked when he was younger, he still kept the afro and kept the little goatee, but it was just salt and pepper. It was more salt than pepper, and it was kind of like frizzed out. He looked just like Don fucking King. And I'm like, wow, man. Really? But he had the same voice, though. And he kind of seemed like he might have been a little bit on the depressed side. So, I don't know what happened there, but rest in peace to Shock G. But yes, I'm a movie nerd. Anybody else y'all want to throw my way? Humphrey Bogart. Okay, you know what? Tell you what. I know that's going to be possible because I found out earlier that he was linked to Elizabeth McGovern and She's Having a Baby, and she was in a movie with James Cagney. So need I say more? James Cagney links Elizabeth McGovern links Kevin Bacon to James Cagney, and I'm sure that Humphrey Bogart and James Cagney did something together. I can't remember what it was, but I will be finding out momentarily. Nice try, though. I'm telling you, this boy has been with everybody. Any word on Jello? Rap God Reloaded? Has anybody seen any G League, Drew League footage? Because I'm really curious about that. Like, how is the BBB team doing? Maltese Falcon. Oh, but wait a minute. What am I doing? Lauren Bacall. Bogey and Bacall. How the hell could I even go there? Lauren Bacall was in A Mirror Has Two Faces with Jeff Bridges, and you guessed it, Barbara Streisand, who is linked to Jack Nicholson, who is linked to Kevin Bacon. It's crazy! As soon as you said Bogart, I should have thought about Lauren Bacall. My bad. Ain't even gotta look that one up. Next! She is unstoppable. Y'all better go find somebody to throw me a name, man, cause... Oh, nice. Well, we figured Humphrey Bogart out anyway. You probably thought about that because Humpty danced. But Sidney Poitier, Sir Sidney Poitier. Let's see. Guess who's coming to dinner? Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to Wicca that one to see where he would come in there. Because I'm trying to think of some of Sydney's movies. Talk about a great actor. All right, filmography. Sepia Cinderella. Wait a minute, No Way Out. That's cool. Sidney Poitier was actually in a movie called Real Ball Express. Vic Morrow, I remember he was in the Twilight Zone movie. That's how he died. He got killed in a filming accident making the Twilight movie back in the day. I mean, not the Twilight movie, but the Twilight Zone movie. You know, I'm coming, I'm coming. No jokes. I thought I could go down the Vic Morrow Avenue, but I don't see nothing that's leading me there. Okay, so wait a minute. Who was Spencer Tracy always linked to? Katharine Hepburn. So he was in Let's Who's Coming to Dinner with Kathleen Hepburn. She's probably done Humphrey Bogart, right? I don't know if she did them, but Clark Gable was in a movie with Sidney Poitier. Called Band of Angels. Clark, little trivia. Clark Gable actually gave my aunt away at her wedding. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. Good God, remember him from the 70s? He did like all those cop shows. He used to like produce them. So I should be able to link him because of us just linking but I want an exact link. I don't want to just guess at it. Looking for a familiar name here. You did it again, King. See, he got me searching. Alan Ladd and Sidney Poitier. Remember Charlie's Angels back in the 70s, man? Alan Ladd, he was Cheryl Ladd's father. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, Tony Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis's father, right? And he was in a movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. Kevin Bacon was, I know. Was Tony Curtis and Jamie Lee Curtis ever in a movie together? Weren't they in a movie before? Together, father and daughter? Or is that Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal? I know they definitely were. Man, you got me stumped on that one. I'm trying to link them, and I'm sure I can. But how? Who are we going to find that he has in common with this guy? Wow, he did Porgy and Bess. Wow, Dorothy Dandridge. Remember Carmen? Oh, here we go. Sammy Davis Jr. Okay, there you go. Sammy Davis Jr. was in Cannonball Run, right? And so was Burt Reynolds. That links Kevin Bacon right there. You know, Kevin Bacon's like in music too, right? He's got like something called like the Bacon Brothers. He and his brothers like play music. I'm trying to find a movie that he was with Burt Reynolds in, because we done linked that, bruh. He's got the Jeopardy music. BBB Drew League. Come on, phone. Okay, Rap God Reloaded Sam, BBB Drew League team. Oh, lost on a buzzer. On a buzzer beater, which shouldn't. Wow. That sucks. You did not get me. I'm going to find that Burt Reynolds movie. Oh, wait a minute. Starting Over. That was Burt Reynolds. There it is. So he was in Starting Over with Burt Reynolds. And Burt Reynolds was with Sammy Davis Jr. and Cannonball Run. You can't do it. You can't do it, King C. Hang it up. Let it go. I don't care what name you throw out, dude. It's happening. The linkage is there. No wonder people play this game. Next. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that for me. Get the algorithm up. I gotta play my favorite Stephen A. clip.
LeVar Ball deserves credit. LeVar Ball deserves credit. LeVar Ball deserves credit. He told us, and he wasn't lying.
LeVar Ball is a genius when it comes to his boys. I'm going to play that clip again with Lonzo talking about the plan B.
The main thing for my parents and with the support part was, what's your plan B if this goes south? And like Robert kind of said, he had the plan A, which was being a teacher. Plan B was being in the NBA. My plan B was being a real estate agent, and plan A was the NBA for me. So like, I feel like it's just important to have that backup plan. And I feel like my family's the one that made that clear to me, just in case if God forbid anything bad ever happens, you always just got that backup.
You know, you talk about your plan B is to be a real estate agent. I hope you still have that plan B on the horizon, because, you know, in your NBA, you kind of get moved around a lot. I bought maybe like 6 or 7 houses. If I was a real estate agent, I could have got that 3%, man. So I'm telling you better get that license, so when it happens, you know, you can.
I
manage
already
yourself.
got it my freshman year. I got my real estate license my freshman year of college.
Yeah, for me, it's a little different. I mean, I knew I was going to only do 1 year right when they put the rule in. I didn't want to go to college, to be honest with you. My coach for UCLA came to my crib, and my dad told him straight to his face, like, yo, you got my boy for 9 months. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, before the season even started, like, we out of there after that. So, I mean, I had a great time at UCLA, but it was always just part of my plan just to do 1 year, and I was going to be up, you know, regardless.
Regardless, LeVar was like, 9 months and we up out. You know, it really does, though. It pisses me off, the whole thing with Jello, when you think back on it. Because one college prank. It was a college prank. We all know that he didn't need to steal the necklace. He could have very well bought probably the store if he wanted to. But one college prank, and you're going to punish this boy young man, for the rest of his career? I mean, was it that serious? All because LeVar did not want to wait for him to wait out his sentence at UCLA. There was no guarantee they were ever going to play him. I don't blame LeVar for what he did. He took him pro regardless. He's like, you know what? I tell you what, let's just go another route. Now, unfortunately, that route worked out a little bit better for Melo than it did. It seems like Melo got more out of that than Jello did. You know, the harassment that he got from his teammates in Lithuania fueled his toughening of his skin, so that he kind of grew up a little bit faster, you know, and with regards to how he takes people's opinion of him, that toughened him up. So by the time he got the Spire, he was hardened, and then he got the Spire, and then JJ got a hold of him and taught him how to be a leader, how to be a team leader. Once he had all of that down, the basketball skills were already there. But once he got all that other stuff down, like how to deal with the attitudes and the fame and all of that, and then how to lead a team, that was it. He was ready for the NBA then. He is quoted, LaMelo is quoted as saying he was ready for the NBA when he was 14. I don't know. You know, yeah, skill-wise, yeah, but he had to learn those life lessons. He had to go a couple places and learn those life lessons. But Jello went to those same places. He went to Lithuania. But see, he did better in Lithuania than Melo did. You know, they took Jello a little bit more seriously. He was a bigger guy. He was playing better. He was shooting better. So they took Jello more seriously than they did LaMelo, you know. Jello, it always seems like he was bailing LaMelo out, like in the JBA when they were doing bad, and then he came in and kind of helped the team along then. But then somewhere along the line, man, I think it was at Spire when Melo hooked up with JJ. He just like took off like a bat out of hell. He took off like a bat out of hell and never looked back. You know, from there was off to Australia. Yep, we got a program down here, NBA stars. All right, cool, let's go do that. And all eyes were on him when he went down there, and he took full advantage of it. So hopefully, you know, something good comes out of this Drew League experience with Jello, because we are all wanting to see him on the NBA court. It'll be complete. And then it'll be truly, truly, truly complete when they all end up on the Lakers. Who said yesterday that they think Melo was going to end up on the Lakers towards the end of his career? I think he's going to finish his career out there too. Wow, really? RGR, have you ever seen A Few Good Men? Because you just jumped from the frying pan into the fire with that one. Cuba Gooding Jr. was actually in A Few Good Men with Kevin Bacon, the movie I keep leading back to. I love you. Thank you. Because I did not feel like going to Wikipedia. Yeah, he was actually in Cuba Gooding Jr. That's the second movie he was with Jack Nicholson, because he was in As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson. That was a funny movie. That was a good movie. Wow, remember Cuba Gooding Jr. from Boys in the Hood back in the day, boy? I think Lawrence Fishburne was going by Larry Fishburne back then, maybe. Oh, I got one for you. Larry Fishburne and Cornbread. Remember he was Cornbread? Oh my God, look that up. That's taking it way back. He was like a kid in that movie. Cooley High. Remember Cooley High? Cooley High was like the black version of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. See, now you know why I'm a video channel. I watch a lot of video. I was watching a ton of ESPN back in the day. That's how I found out about the Ball family. Meet LeVar Ball, man. I never got off of that. You guys remember the young trainer? Whatever happened to him? The little Jamaican kid that was training everybody? I remember watching him a lot then too when I first found out about the Ball family. I kind of got off of him and got onto the Ball brothers. Because he and his brothers were doing that. It was 3 of them too. Him, his older brother, and his younger brother. Oh man, what was his name? I used to tag him on Facebook all the time in my posts. That was a very inspirational young man for, it still is, I'm sure, for him being so young. Shock of the Ocean! He always calls himself. When Zoe said his best advice came from LeBron, I threw my hands up. Because there is no way in hell Melo or Jello would have said a quote from, I know, I did not want to go there, but you did. Hence the reason Why I cannot be a Zoharlet. Betty Davis, let's go. I knew you was going to become a vendetta. I knew it was going to become a vendetta. I love it. I love the challenge. Okay, so we got to address that though. Yeah, man. I thought the same thing. He didn't say LeVar. And then he went on to kind of in the sentence say, you know, and I'm not hating on Zoe, don't get me wrong, but he went on in the sentence, he shouldn't say but them, right? But he went on in the sentence to say, out of anybody and all of the advice I've ever gotten from anyone ever. I'm like, really, Lonzo? Like, did your dad give you some good advice at some point? I mean, I'm just saying. I thought the same thing, but hey, it is what it is. All right, Betty Day, and who, Rap Guy? Whose movies you like? Cuba Gooding. Okay, duh. You just mentioned Cuba Gooding. Yeah, right. How's he doing with his MS? Have you heard about that? Because I heard he came down with MS. Yes, I am looking into the Betty Davis. Don't get it twisted. You will not take me down. Okay, so let me, before I even look at Wikipedia, Betty Davis. Oh, I'm thinking about Elizabeth Taylor, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Betty Davis. Who was she always with that we just linked him with? Betty Davis. Betty Davis eyes. I tell you what, I know what I'm gonna do with that. He went there. You going there with the old folks too, boy. He digging in the archives, pulling out names. Humphrey Bogart, Betty Davis. I tell you, I linked somebody from the 40s and you just could not let it go, could you? He's like, oh yeah? Well, hey, let's dip in that pond. Why? Oh, I was about to say, what happened, Q-Trax? I'll be there. Okay, first of all, I was spelling her name wrong. She got Betty Davis eyes. Wow, they have such some of these people on Wikipedia. They have such an extensive filmography that it's like in different sections. Oh, that's my song right there. Just give me the list. Oh, the Little Foxes. I remember that. I didn't see it, but.
Fade.
Oh! You ready for it, KC? Golden grenade! Okay, so Betty Davis was in Dark Victory with none other than Humphrey Bogart, who we just linked. We linked Humphrey Bogart to Lauren Bacall, who was linked to Barbara Streisand, who's linked to Jack Nicholson, who is linked to Kevin Bacon and A Few Good Men. Can't do it. Can't do it. Next. You going in the archives getting names, still getting you. Wait a minute, hold up. Do I see a name from Rap Guy? Hold up. Got it enlarged. Okay, so wait a minute. John Travolta? Wait a minute, hold up. I gotta catch up. Cuba is currently what? Holy shit, why? Why is he in jail? Oh man, that sucks for him. I love Zoe. King C is defending himself here. He said, I love Zoe, but man oh man, his mindset is so different. Cuba is currently in jail with no bail. I'm a Zoholic and a Jeloholic, so what he said didn't offend me whatsoever. Uh-oh. We getting in our feelings. John Travolta. Woo! Alright, let's go down here. He could have mentioned them, though. He could have mentioned them. I think the reason he did that was because... Why can't I remember this damn man's name? Rap guy, now that you're here. Who? Bill Russell. There it was. Bill Russell. Okay, so Robert Horry was saying that he was talking to Bill Russell. Bill Russell had dropped some knowledge on him. He didn't go into specifics, but Bill Russell had dropped some knowledge on him about how to handle himself on and off the court, which proved to be invaluable. So I think that's maybe why Zoe did go there. Didn't think, because I guess maybe he figured LeVar was a given, because we've all seen that relationship. I think he was going off the context of somebody who has pulled him up in the locker room, so to speak. I think that may have even been the context of the question. So, maybe, that's why he went there with it, because it was somebody who was a peer, not necessarily his dad. He would have been answering that with. So, not giving it a pass, but I think that may be why Zoe answered it that way, because I think he was looking for a peer. Because we all know that LeVar definitely influenced him. There's no way. I mean, look at what he said. He's like, my pop said straight to the guy's face, you only got my boy for 9 months. So he obviously, you know, looks up to LeVar in every way, shape, or form. John Travolta. Let's see. I know we can link that right off the top.
Stamina beats.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Let me find out the movie that he was in with Nicolas Cage, and we're done, because John Travolta was obviously with Nick Cage in what's that movie? Face Off. But I saw that he was actually in a movie directly with Nicolas Cage.
Why didn't you pay for this beat though?
Because you didn't charge me for it. I keep telling you that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Stop playing, dude. They have a category here on Wikipedia, and I've been overlooking it all day, called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, right under his name. Let me read that real quick. Okay. Bacon is the subject of the trivia game titled 6 Degrees... They even got this shit on Wikipedia, of Kevin Bacon, based on the idea that due to his prolific screen career, covering a diverse range of genres, any Hollywood actor can be linked to another in a handful of steps based on their association with Bacon. The name of the game derives from the 6 degrees of separation. There's the movie, RGR. And the theory, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Damn, where did I leave off? And although he was initially dismayed by the game, the meme stuck, and Bacon eventually embraced it. He was offended? God, that is nothing but a compliment to your body of work. Forming the charitable initiative 6 Degrees organization. Stop playing. A social networking service intended to link people and charities to each other. Shout out to Kevin Bacon. Wow. He actually created a charity called 6 Degrees because of this game, where he's linking those in need to charitable organizations. That's fucking awesome. Where's the horn? Where's the horn? Gotta do it. I didn't forget about John Travolta. Gotta do it. Shout out to Kevin Bacon for hooking people up. Wow, that's pretty sick right there. Cue tracks, baby. Check this out. He was in a movie called The Woodsman with Kara Sedgwick, which ended up being his wife. But check it out. Eve. Remember Eve, the rapper chick with the red hair? I actually did my hair like that. I cut all my shit off and went red. Candy apple red. That was a cool look. Most Def. Stop playing. David Alan Grier was in this movie. Well, okay, well, damn. That links him to just about all the Wayans brothers, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, right off the top. Benjamin Bratt. Wow, he was in that. Oh, God. Remember he was in Friday the 13th? Oh, I thought that said Anthony King. It said Adrian King. I started to say, Anthony King, what were you doing in, Oh, he was in Diner. Wow, that's right. All right, 40 Deuce. Where's this John Travolta movie, though? Or this Nick Cage movie? Because I think he was actually in something with John Travolta. It's like, who has this guy not worked with? I remember Quicksilver. Jamie Gertz. Wait a minute, Jamie Gertz, because she was in Less Than Zero. Is she linked? Steve Guttenberg. White Winter Summer. Sean Astin. Remember the movie Rudy? That was a good movie. Wait a minute, I found out that he was in something. Balto. Maybe that was the movie that Anthony King was talking about. Because didn't you say Boffo or something like that? Phil Collins? Phil Collins was in a movie with Kevin Bacon? Come on. Bridget Fonda. Okay, I got a movie with Bridget Fonda. Oh my God. Point of No Return. She killed it in that. Tremors. Murder in the First. Where's that damn movie with and he was in a movie with Brad Pitt. Sleepers. Somebody asked about Brad Pitt the other day. He was actually in a movie with Brad Pitt. Oh, Apollo 13. Tom Hanks. Good God almighty, man. How many other people does that link him with because of Tom Hanks? Gary Sinise, Anna Helen, Kathleen Quinlan. Where the hell is that movie with Nicolas Cage, man? Y'all just want to take my word for it? Frankie Muniz. Good God almighty. End of the line. It's the end of the line. Holly Hunter. Wilford Brimley. Damn, Rap got reloaded. Got me going here. I didn't want to admit it. Enormous chances at the last minute. Damn, he did a lot with Ellen Barkin. King C says, hell, it seems like you know every minor actor and actress. Shoots, I will go in the dust bun to stop you from gloating so much. Yes. LOL. I can't believe. Aw, thank you. I try. Name your best old-time bands of all. Okay. Seeing that you know about okay. I mean, that's going to be a wide range because I'm a musician, so Bob Marley and the Wailers, Carlos Santana. Well, Santana was the name of the group. Sly and the Family Stone. Shoot, I like the Ramones, Blondie, Commodores, the Spinners, the Temptations, the Beatles. I was into John Lennon real heavy for a minute. So that with that came the Beatles, obviously. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. Let's see. Ashford and Simpson. I mean, I did. I like them. Ashford and Simpson was the shit. Rufus and Shaka Khan. Frankie Beverly and motherfucking Mays, man. Woo! Shout out to Frankie Beverly. I love me some Frankie Beverly and Mays. My mom. I still have like some of her albums here. The Whispers. Remember the Whispers? God. Chicago. Steely Dan. Pink Floyd. Should I keep going or? You name it. I love them. All of them. Then you got the 90s. You got like Green Day and dare I say R. Kelly, but 12 Play is the shit. Isley Brothers. Isley is my shit. I played it earlier. Here you go.
Don James, what's going down? It's the Big Baller, baby. Yeah, I got to give you a huge shout out, man, to J&J Video, especially for getting down with the episode of WBALL. Anything that starts with ball or ends with ball is Ballerific. You know how we gets down with the get down, but I got to give you that huge shout out because I know you keeps it going with the Big Baller brand and Triple B's. And what I say about Triple B's, family is everything. Y'all keep doing your thing. And like I said, Big Baller loves you. Triple B's Big Baller brand is in the building, baby. Do your thing. Triple B's, and I'm down.
Woo! Shout out. I actually sent him a DM, so I'm waiting to hear back. I will keep y'all posted on that, on Cameo. Just trying to work some things out with the BBB, the Big Baller. He's trying to make things happen with that brand, and I want to be a part of it. I will keep y'all posted on that. You heard it here first. I believe in going straight to the top. I went way beyond 5, didn't I? Top 5 of all time bands. In no particular order is Linkin Park. Yeah, respect that. Isleys. Jackson 5, hell yeah. Boys to Men and NSYNC. Nice. Got the Justin Timberlake thing happening. Boys to Men probably had the smoothest voices. I mean, they took you back. They reminded you of the dudes back in the days. You know what I mean? Well, I'm now talking about Mother's Time, but I mean, seriously, I heard, you remember the Twins' new trend? They were all the rage last year because of the Phil Collins thing, and they got like 1 million views because they heard In the Air Tonight supposedly for the first time. I got into them. I was watching them pretty heavy because I was cracking up. I just love watching their reactions. But they would listen to stuff and I can't believe that they never heard. They were from Gary, Indiana, and hadn't heard Janet Jackson stuff. Didn't know she was big like that. I'm like, what? I mean, I know they're young, but they ain't that damn young. I mean, yeah, they're millennials, but come on. You didn't know Janet Jackson had a huge career just under her brother? She was the only Jackson that put her foot in the music industry's ass other than Michael. Jermaine had a little run of it back in the 80s, but he didn't put nearly as a dent of it as Janet did in Michael's career. Janet was the only one that went for Mike's throat. She gave him a run for his money. Just when it looked like Michael Jackson was just going to run away with it, Janet Jackson came out of the shadows and caught up to Big Bro. You heard me. I was like, wow. But yeah, I remember when the Jackson 5 had their little cartoon back in the 70s. I loved it. My aunt I completely forgot about that cartoon. My aunt reminded me of that. What about you, King C? What's your 5? He said, okay. I couldn't help it, man. What happened between Justin Timberlake and Prince? I mean, they did not like each other. And let Justin Timberlake tell it right now. Prince was like, he's all about some Prince. But when he was alive, they did not get along. Prince couldn't stand Justin Timberlake. Because I think, what was it? Because he said he was bringing Sexy back and Prince hit him off with Sexy Never Left. But see, what I didn't like was Justin Timberlake ended up coming back on an awards show and what'd he do? He acted like he got on his knees or some shit or bent down. He was supposed to be mimicking how short Prince was. Come on, man. You ain't gotta go after a brother's height. We know he was little, but he was larger than life. Speaking of which, Morris Day, man. Morris Day is on the tour circuit right now with these book signings. He got a new book out called On Time, My Princely Life in Funk, where he's telling all the stories that haven't already been told about him and Prince. And yeah, man. Janet Jackson had some hits that rivaled even Michael. Look, she had one not that long ago though, just a couple years back, called No Sleep, that was real sexy. I was like, what? She had what was that rapper's name? I can't remember. She had a rapper in it, but that was a really good one. Still waiting on your 5, King. Alright guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a night. Go eat some veggies. Peace and blessings to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the New Media family. Shout out to President of New Media, DJ. Shout out to you, Rap Guys. Shout out to you, King C. Shout out to Anthony King. Everybody in the New Media family. Coach Joe. All of you know who you are. You know you have my love. Thank you for your support. Please hit the like button. If you didn't come in the live stream, if you watch it later, please hit the like button for me. Let's get the algorithm going. Y'all have an awesome night. Peace and blessings to everybody. Stay safe out there.